Sai Ram, everyone. Are you enjoying yourself? Yes. I cannot tell you how I am feeling today. I think I have tears in my eyes, tears of joy, and my whole being is filled with Swami's love. You know how? Through all of your love. For all these years, as I've seen this movement expand, I've always thought of Swami saying, my life is my message, expansion is my life. And I have really witnessed that. So, you say, I've been with Swami for so long, 40 years, almost. Yes, and I'm going to share just a few things with you to tell you how I got to know Swami, or rather, how Swami captured me in one moment, and I was his, ready to do anything he said to me. It happened all in the 70s, and later on in the 70s, I was in Boston teaching at a college, New England College of Optometry, and I thought, you know what? Pediatric optometry. I was always fond of children. I grew in a large family with a number of cousins and brothers, mostly brothers, very few sisters. But look at how many sisters Swami has given me today, and how many children Swami has given. All right, so when I was teaching, I met a student, and all the other students used to call him a nut because he was a vegetarian, and he was interested in a very different philosophy of life. You know what that philosophy was? Indian spiritual philosophy. So when he got a chance to, after graduation, to work with me, he would come in my office and say, can you tell us, you're from India, I know, and I want to understand from you, what do you think about Bhagavad Gita? What do you understand about the Upanishads? And I would look at him, and with my eyes down, I had no idea. Only thing I knew about those two words were what I learned in the school in India. That was it. So I said to him, truthfully, you want to know? You know more about that than I do. Teach me something. So he finally told me where to go in Boston, where they had lots of books and I could learn. I said, fine. Well, Ramakrishna Mission was where he sent me, and I was thankful because I did learn quite a bit there. In the meantime, going forward, he left Boston because he married a beautiful young lady from Sri Lanka. And they both got married, and he went to Sri Lanka to open a clinic to practice pediatric optometry there. And 2 years later, he came back to Boston. Now, I must tell you something. When I first met him, I was not a vegetarian. I ate practically everything. And when he came, I was so excited to meet him. I said, will you please come to my home for a lunch? And I tell you, I promised you I've become a vegetarian. And we both gave each other an impress. And his wife, Neela, also came. And during the lunch, he could not stop talking about Swami. I was terribly, he said, you know what? We were in Sri Lanka, I came for a holiday in India, our train broke down near a village, and the village name was Puttaparthi. And the train took 2 days or 3 days to get repaired. And where do we go? We were told that there is a village you can walk to. It may take you 3 or 4 hours, but they have a free accommodation. So he walks into that. And it's during the Mahashivratri function where Swami produced the Vibhuti. Well, his heart was captured by Swami. He knew from that experience that he has found God. He has found the avatar. Now, when he was eating lunch with me, he's translating that to me. And I'm looking at him. I said, you know, Paul, you are a nut. Everybody calls you a nut. Now I'm going to call you a nut. There's no such guru in India. Look, all these little gurus are coming to America to get money. Well, forget it. He didn't listen to what I was saying, even though I was listening to what he was saying. Then he persisted. He kept giving me books on Swami. He gave me a packet of Vibhuti. And I had never heard about Vibhuti in North India. We didn't go to temples or anything. So I just, no, I'm not going to take it. I don't know what he is giving me to eat from a guru in India. And then he persisted. Finally, this was started in 76, the fall of 76, just before Christmas. And then in Shivratri 77, he calls me. He hasn't given up on me. Have you read my book? Have you tasted the Vibhuti? No. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm coming with my wife and I'm going to pick you up and take you to a bhajan session. I said, bhajan session? Yes, he said, just like the movie I took you to. And he did take me. He and his wife took me to Siddhi Ke Sai Baba. And he kept saying, see that scene? They're singing bhajan. This is what Puttaparthi is like. I said, okay. Well, I'm very busy on Sundays. I can't come to any place. No. There is a Shivratri function in, wow, devotee of Swami, loving. And who is that devotee? The late Balasingam. Where does he live? Somewhere. Well, you know, I can drive the car, but to find places is very hard for me. No, I'll give you very simple directions. You work in Boston, you will be able to find. Sure, I went there. The thing that really got me was that there were about maybe 9 or 10 people there. John Leaf was one of them. Bill and Marsha Jackson, the first presidents of the center, they were there. There was an Indian called Ramachandran and another one called Shivaram. Well, the Indians can sing all right, but these Americans were singing Indian bhajans in Hindi, my language, and I had no clue of music. And I said, but they understand Hindi, they are singing it with such power and such feelings. Well, that was my first encounter of devotees of Swami. And I only witnessed nothing but love. You know what? My dear friend, my dear brother, I should say now, the late Balasingam didn't give up on me. He took my telephone number and kept calling me every Saturday, every Friday. This Sunday you are coming to our center. No. Please, leave me alone. Finally, he calls me one day, and he didn't mention center. He said, would you please come and have lunch with us? My wife is anxious to cook for you. So I said, well, if it's like the feast that you gave me on Shivratri, I'm coming. Okay, so I went. I said, okay, by afternoon I'll be free and I can go home and prepare my lectures. Little did I know that not will I get the food, but something big was going to happen. So I ate my lunch and they put me in their car. I said, but that's not my car, I want to go home. No, you're coming with us to the center. Why are you taking me to the center? Because we want you to see a movie. And I will stop after I tell you how Swami captured me. And Swami came and the movie started. It was the 50th birthday helicopter movie. And Swami, suddenly in the room, every everything disappeared except Swami and me. And I was sobbing because I said, I found my God that I was looking as a child. You are it. And believe me, from that moment on till today, I have never had any doubt. So what did I learn from the center? I started going to the center every Sunday after that. What did I learn? I learned that with Swami, you never say no, no, no. You always say yes. And these devotees of Swami who were at the center opened their arms and full of their love-filled hearts welcomed me. Not only did they welcome me, they said, now get ready. You have to do some work for Swami. So they made me the secretary within 3 months. Within 6 months, or within 18 months, they made me a Balvikas teacher. And of course, in between, I took over from John Leaf, who was very busy and doing the janitorial work, cleaning up, setting the altar. They gave that to me. I became their driver to bring all the devotees from all over Boston to the center, so forth. It was always service. So, what can I give you as a message to take home? My message to me is, and now you can choose, there is always a choice for you. But for me, the message was, and when I reflect, the message is that with Swami, when you learn his teachings, every word that comes out to you is to be believed in and followed. First you understand, put all your effort to understand that, then follow it, accept it, and move forward. Without any ifs, buts, and doubts. That is not my spiritual vocabulary. And having done that, the rest you all know. He takes you with all that you need. You don't even have to pray for that. He will take